In pursuit of his dream career, Zach Enquist left home in search of greener pastures in Gothenburg on Sweden's west coast. He's one of roughly 5 million Americans living abroad.
I look a bit Swedish and my name sounds Swedish.
I think you're very American in your ways.
So what is it about the Swedish lifestyle?
If I ever move back to the States, I will keep this work-life balance.
Zach fills us in about how he made friends, about life in Northern Europe, and what surprised him about the Swedes.
I'm Zach Enquist, and I'm from Minnesota originally, living in Sweden. I've been living here for 5 years, and I'm in my dream dance company.
The 33-year-old is a professional dancer. He moved to Sweden to join the Gothenburg Opera dance company. It's one of the most prestigious contemporary dance ensembles in the world, and performing with them has been Zach's dream since he was a child.
I feel like in the US, you really have to cater to the audience, and you have to make sure you're selling tickets, and you have to make sure you're pleasing the donors. And I feel like in some European countries and companies, you have a little bit more space to risk because there's more support, both from the local community and from the government. And I feel like it gives artists just a little bit more space to explore who they are and what they want to say.
A large stage with an international ensemble, only 3 of the 38 dancers are from Sweden. The others are from the US, Canada, Australia, Russia, China, Taiwan, and various parts of Europe.
Hi.
Olivia is part of the company too. She moved here from Spain. Today, the two meet for a coffee break. In Sweden, they call it fika.
I start my day with a fika, and then I go to work, and I normally arrive at work around 9 in the morning. I meet my colleagues, and we join each other in the studio for warm-up. We rehearse all day, and if the weather's nice and we still have energy for it, when we're leaving the building, we can stop by a cafe and get a coffee or a kanelbulle, have fika time together. Swedes love their fika.
And it wouldn't be a fika without kanelbulle, or cinnamon buns.
High priority. Yeah.
Making friends outside the company wasn't easy for Zach. At first, he found the people here a little cold, reserved, but he persevered. How did he do it?
Get in through the back door. You have to find a friend who you are fast friends with, and then if they can get you into a Swedish circle, a Swedish bubble, as soon as one person accepts you in or invites you in, I feel like the whole group kind of gives you a big bear hug.
But the cultural differences are definitely there.
I think you're very American in your ways.
I'm not sure what she's going to say.
No, but I don't know, maybe because you're also a social butterfly and it's very open and very welcoming, and he makes everybody feel seen.
Swedes don't really love to chit-chat.
No.
No small talk.
But it's an American.
They want to get to the
Spanish.
point. Yeah, it's an American and Spanish, so we find time for that.
Yeah.
And always for kanelbulle.
Yeah, I think that's our Swedish little habit.
Besides his love for kanelbulle, Zach has learned another thing or two from the Swedes.
I definitely felt that growing up, that your work is what gives you strength and power and notoriety. Like, work is very important. And I feel like in Sweden, your job is just another component of your life. If I ever move back to the States, I will keep this work-life balance.
For Zach, that means time for his friends and his dog, Charlie, who has been with him for several years. The two go for a stroll through the forest every day, where they've picked up another very Swedish quirk.
So something that really surprised me when I first moved to Sweden, coming out of winter, I noticed Swedes that when they found a patch of sunlight, they would just stop and face the sun and just take it on their face. And at first I was like, is everyone okay? Like, why is everyone stopping? And then I realized how valuable sunlight is to Swedish people, especially coming out of winter. It's a funny habit they all have, but I've adopted it myself.
Zach has Northern European roots like many Minnesotans. Between 1845 and 1930, some 1.2 million Swedes emigrated to the US, many to the iron mining state. Zach's grandparents came from Finland, but his name Enquist sounds rather more Swedish.
So I wasn't even aware of how Swedish my last name was, because if you ask my dad, he would say he's 100% Finnish. And then we move here, and the first person I met at work started speaking to me in Swedish, the company manager, because she assumed my last name, Enquist, was Swedish, so she didn't even consider that I couldn't speak Swedish.
At the time, he didn't speak a word, but he's learning. Zach has found a second home here, spending his free time on choreography and volunteering at festivals.
It helps me get out of the bubble of the opera house. It's a great bubble to be in, but it's nice to have find like-minded people outside of work.
Looking back on the move to Sweden, Zach says he'd do it all again.
I could not have my career in the States. That's the side of the art that I want to be involved in. So for me, it's just a really unique place to be in, and I know I couldn't do this in the US, so I'm in the only place that I have this opportunity, and I will stay here as long as I can flourish in this.
For Zach, Sweden is more than just his place of work. It's a home away from home.